If you want to hear my latest update on the Partners in Cream project, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and I have an update for you. If you have been following my progress on this Partners in Cream project, this is the update for you. Now, a little bit of background. This Partners in Cream project is a 2020 project that was created by Steph Lyons, a friend of mine I talk about ad nauseum on this channel, and DaLin as well. Steph's channel is Steph Lyons. It's a very easy one to remember. And then DaLin has Outward Processing. That is her channel. So I will have links to both their channels and the information for the respective channels and their latest videos in the description box if you are curious. What this project is, if you are not familiar with it, is a focus on cream products. And in my case, I have 5 products, 5 cream products. Some of them, the products are palettes. In other cases, it's a single item like a liquid blush or something of that nature. So I have been working on the same products, 3 palettes, 2 individual products, since the beginning of the year when this project started. The 10th of January, I think it was. And I am really morphing, modifying how I'm choosing to use these products as I go throughout the year. I definitely keep my options open as far as what I want to focus on, what I want to kind of park for a while and that kind of thing. And so today is going to be a day where one of the updates is a change in plan from what I was anticipating, and that is just based on how I am using the products. So let's go with the most mundane to the least mundane, because it's always nice to get more and more excitement building up, right? So first off, a product I really didn't use very much and therefore I have very little progress, and that is this Joe Fresh stick blush, basically. And it is gorgeous. It is an absolutely beautiful color. It makes me think of the NARS Orgasm blush. It was a way cheaper, and there's a lot more product because this cream container is just, it's huge. It's so full. And when I started the project, there was a dome on top. So this is as much as I've used in the entire project. And I really do like this blush. There is no problem with this blush whatsoever. It's just in competition with other things that I try to use in my collection. So on this blush, I think it's 0.06. Yeah, 0.06 grams use in this blush. And part of the reason I didn't use it as much is because I was using a rose gold highlighter from ABH, and also this guy, which is another one that is in this project. So it's just a little bit lower than it was last time. And this one is 0.16. So 0.06 grams for the Joe Fresh, but 0.16 for this blush. Now, a good month of use of this blush is more like 0.30 as opposed to 0.16. So I definitely can make more use out of this one. And because I don't have a focus on the ABH Liquid Glow in Rose Gold this coming month, I think I'll end up using more of this NARS Dolce Vita. And I really like the blush. It's just I was using other things in my collection. So yeah, I'll refocus on it in the coming period. And I suspect I will refocus on this one as well, as I'm not using as many blushes as I have in the last couple of updates. Now, one product that I had parked, and I just want to mention it, is the Complexionista. I don't intend to use it at all this month. I had a goal of hitting these 2 concealers, and I don't have any intention of trying to finish either one of them. This is a fantastic travel palette for complexion products. I really don't want to finish any one pen of these, and I don't need to at this point, so I'm going to park it. Therefore, there is no change in weight, and there hasn't been change in weight in a few months. Now, the second last product is the belle of the ball in a big way, and it is the Cover FX Quad. There are a few things that have happened with this quad in the last month that have had me ridiculously giddy. Number one, which I can't show you at this point, and it'll make sense in a minute. One of the things that happened is that I finished a pen this past month, and I'm going to put a picture of it right there and show you the palette so that you can compare. So this is the palette the way it looks like now, and you can compare it to what I've put on the screen. So it definitely looks different from when I when I emptied that one pan. And you'll say, well, Hélène, you've got 4 pans in use right now. Yep. That is because I took a chunk out of here, and I took a chunk out of there, so half of this and half of that, and recreated that number 3 that I polished off. And that number 3, I discovered basically that I could use the one that was intact, the one that came with the palette, that I was able to use it as a foundation during the summer months because my skin is a little bit deeper, and it was basically a perfect match. So because of that, I thought, well, what if I mix these two to produce more of this one, because this one was the one that was the easiest to pen, right? To completely finish. And I was very successful. I recreated the color. It's virtually the same as the one it was before. And I am making really, really good use of it. I do have it on today, and I love it. And I've used about half of what I created with the half of these two. And I intend to do that again. So once I empty this pan, I am intending to use this and most of this one to create another batch, so to speak, of this color. And what I did was I mixed the two in a ramekin, a small ceramic container, and really, really mixed them up well, and then put them back into this pan, and it worked really well. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then this highlighter, I have been using quite a bit of it. And the way I'm using it now is mostly, yes, on the cheekbones, but I'm also using it as my brow bone highlighter, using a fluffy, flat brush to use on the brow bone. And I do have that highlighter underneath as my first highlighter on the brow, and I actually have 2 highlighters on. I have that one, a second highlighter from the holographic blush palette by Sephora, and then I put another Skin Glow, I think it's called, the one shadow from the Mothership 5 I have on the brow bone as well. And if you want to see this whole look, I'll put the video right there. So that cream highlighter is just a beautiful base to put on the brow bone to use as is, or to layer another highlighter on top of. Not great grammar, but you know what I mean. And so yeah, that's how I'm using all 4 of the, well, 4, technically all 3 of these products. So really jazzed about my discovery, my progress, and yeah, could not be happier with the way I'm using this quad. So let me tell you how much progress I made gram-wise. I managed to use 1.61 grams out of this palette. That is huge. And I just double checked, that is the most progress within 1 month ever using this palette. So I'm super, super happy. Now you might be asking though, well, Hélène, if you're using this one and you're going to mix that one with the white, well, or cream color, how are you going to be able to use this palette for contour, which I was using before, and to use as base for, as an eye primer is what I'm using this one for, as well as under the eye. Well, I do think I'm going to end up still having some of this one when I mix them again, but this one is probably the one that I'm going to empty out. Well, there is a palette out of the 5 products that I had parked for a while. And it is this palette, the Tartiste Pro, or Pro Glow. And it happens to have a single cream product in it, which is the contour right here. And boy, would that be a fantastic alternative to the number 4 in the Cover FX Quad, the deeper brown. So I will simply start using this one. Not a biggie. And this is one that I wanted to use, and I said I would get to it once I ran out of the one in the Cover FX Quad, because it's an older one compared to this palette. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So it's nice that without even knowing it, I had a backup in this project. And so I'm assuming in 2 months is when I will have to go into this one and start using it, compared to being able to access it through the Cover FX Quad. So those are all my updates. I am super, super happy with it. By the way, the Tartiste Pro Glow I did not use at all this past month, so there is no progress. But you know what the plan is for that palette once I need to make use of it. So those 5 products, I think, looking back now that we are in August and my selections in January, I think I did a good job. I was a little worried in the spring that I had made a mistake by including this one in the project, but as it turns out, I am probably going to end up reaching for it afterwards, and in a way, I have my plan for just how I'm going to use my collection, regardless of whether I am in this project or not. So that's just fantastic. I think I have talked enough. What I would like to do is offer you some progress pictures, and we'll wrap it up at the end. I hope you enjoyed those progress pictures. I am sure thrilled to be able to offer those for your review. And let's just talk about total change. I am down 1.83 grams total in this project, and it is the most amount of change in any one period. If you had told me at the end of last month that that would be my result this month, I would have told you that you were telling me tall tales. So I could not be happier. I am definitely looking forward to using and abusing the 5 products that are in this project over the next month. And hopefully for my next update, which will be around birthday time, I will have another great update for you. But I don't want to count my chickens, so we'll just have to see. With that, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.